Hello, this is just sort of a quick video. I think it's gonna be quick at least. A quick video just to show off the emitters and creating effects with that can be influenced with DMX. So here I've got my EOS PC software, and I've got an emitter object right here, emitter actor. So I'm just gonna go ahead, select it in EOS, bring up the blower. Why is this? And there we go. We can see it going. So if I increase the blower maximum, if I put it down to like say 10, we can see it's only sending out so much. And the way I'm doing this, I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm simply following the steps that I outlined in my previous video. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. Let's create a new Niagara system. I'm just going to create an empty system, but you can also create one from a template or anything, whatever your Niagara system you want it to be. So I'm just going to say test system or something like that. I don't know. I said test emitter once already, so I'm not very creative. So let's open this up in the editor. See, it's empty, so I'm just gonna add myself an emitter, and I'm just gonna take one of the ones from the engine. There you go. Let's do something different. Perhaps upward mesh burst. That's fun. So the emitter state is once though, so we might just need to change that to infinite. So that just keeps going. Or let's not do that. Let's just sorry, this is so fucking chaotic. Let's just do the fountain one. So this is just the same one that I had, which is just it will just yeah, emit particles to the top. I'm gonna go ahead and go to emit to the spawn rate. And if you notice here, it's a float. So if I increase the spawn rate, I don't know why it's so far up there. If I increase the spawn rate, it gets more dense, like in an insane way. And if I decrease it to 0, it stops emitting. And we can let's just remember that for now, as we get the rest of everything set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new blueprint class, and we'll just do this video emitter actor, whatever. I'm not really into naming conventions because I suck. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my test system and drag it in. Now that I have that, it's just going to be at the root, and that's where it's going to emit from, which is great. And I'm also just going to add a DMX component to this, just so that we can influence things with DMX. You might be able to see where this is going. I'm going to take the DMX component, get on fixture patch received, and let's also grab the test system, just drag this in, and then we can we want to set some kind of value, right? Because if we do the whole value per attribute, break that into a map, then we can use the find function to find whatever attribute we're wanting. In this case, I've made a custom attribute called density, and then we need to use this float on to do something. But how do we? The question is, how do we actually get from this float to the system? Now, this there are functions for this, and so one of the ones that we can use is set Niagara variable float. The issue is, I believe the issue is that these values in test system are all they're not, how do you say, they're not exposed. They're private, not public. So the users can't change it at all. So to fix that, we're going to go to user parameters or user parameters here. Let's go ahead and make a new one. It's just going to be a float. Let's call it like density or something easy. Now we have to connect this, somehow connect this user parameter to the spawn rate here. So I'm going to go ahead and click this down button. I didn't notice this at first, but click this down button. The way it works is you can kind of just change the source of this. It's essentially like connecting a node. Like in the blueprint editor. But instead, you just choose sources for values. So, for example, I could just choose multiply, float, and it'll take two values and multiply them. And then you could go even further and say, oh, this is actually going to come from, I'm going to link this to the emitter's age or the distance traveled or something like that. In this case, we can link an input to a user parameter, that being density. And so now we're doing 1 times by density. If we want the emitter to have a maximum of 200, we just do 200 times by density. In this case, let's try something a little bit stronger. I had it 200 before. Let's try 600 here. So when the input float is at 0, it outputs 0. When it's at 1, it outputs lots, which is useful for us. So now we can go back here. We know this parameter is called density. We can go ahead and put in density here. And then we can just connect this up like so. There. And that's kind of just it. If you've watched my previous videos, that's kind of all you need. If you haven't, well, I'll just quickly get to everything. If you're not familiar with the DMX libraries and stuff, I would recommend you go and watch the previous videos that I made on just creating a general, like how to use DMX in your blueprints, in your blueprint actors, your blueprint classes. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. I have everything, all my input, all my output, SACN working for me already. I'm gonna go ahead and open the DMX project settings. This isn't really something necessary. Let's go down to fixture settings and fixture attributes. This is completely arbitrary. It's just a string that connects one thing to another thing. It's just a key, basically. A key value, a key for a key value in this attribute value map. So in this map, there's many values, and we can search for a specific one. I'm just adding to that. So where did I put that? Here we go. You can just add a new element to this, go all the way down to the bottom, and just change its name to something like, I don't know, haze. I'm gonna try and make some haze. I'm gonna try and make like a haze emitter in Unreal, because it's surprisingly difficult. So now that I've done that, I can go ahead and head back to my normalized map, and I can just find. Oh, does it need saving or something? It might do. Oh, there we go. So haze is at the bottom now, and we can just select that. But in this case, I'm gonna go for density because it makes sense to match the right attribute names to what you're trying to change. So, and I'm just gonna connect this float to the in value. So breaking this down, on fixture patch received, it's gonna find the density value of the actor, and it's going to set that value. The emitter density as that value. Heading back to my DMX library, I can just go ahead and create a new new fixture type. This one's going to be like video emitter or whatever. Another thing needs to change here. Let's just add a quick mode. Call it, I don't know, one channel. And this is where it all connects up. Under function, you've got, add a function. You've got your channel number. So the channel 1 would just be the first address of that patch. Adding more, you could have channel 2 would just be the second address. So if I just quickly added one of these, you can see it takes up 4 addresses. But incidentally, we're not going to use those. We're just going to use the one function, and we're going to give it an attribute of density. Let's give that a save. Oh, I think I don't know what the fuck I just did. Did something weird. Can I save that? Thanks. Yes, I have that now. That fixture patch created, and I also have patched it to universe 1 channel 10. Sorry, universe 1 address 10. And save that. Go back. I'm going to select my my emitter actor, and I'm going to bring it into the scene. I'm going to delete my old one, test one. Yeah, the example one, not test. And I'm going to go ahead and click DMX here under the actor, DMX library, my fixture patch, and we're all good to go. If you're having issues, you might want to just check the activity monitor, check that your inputs are working and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and go to my EOS and just patch the new light. 2 is going to be at what was it again? Did I say 10, right? So I've created a new fixture type called emitter, which is nice. And so, what's that? I should be able to simply select channel 2, lower, I don't know, 50, and there we go. We can see that the input's coming through 128 out of 255, and we can also see the effect that it has on the emitter. Yay! That's really all. That's it. That's it to it. If you're struggling to make something work, just try and find out how you can edit the variables of that actor or that thing that you're trying to change, and just you will be sorted. You see, it's got dimming and everything, which is great. Gives me kind of anxiety about just watching that go. So I feel like I'm wasting like, I don't know, a fluid or something, or haze, but there's or like some kind of fuel, but there's none of that. There is no fuel. There's no. It's virtual. It's not real. It's all on my computer. I was about to say head, but yeah, that is that is that. Yeah. Let me know if you would like me to make a video showing how to do haze. I will try and figure that out. But yeah, until then, have a lovely day.